Greetings and salutations, friends. I'm the Brit. This is my stream, and this is Planet Coaster. And this is a piece of Russian chocolate. Actually, it's not bad. Not as much sugar in it as Western chocolate, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. What are we looking at here? Oh, yes. So I did a bit of work on this. I've done a couple of things here and there, but I did a bit of work on this. I've started the tunnel section on the top here and underneath. So when it comes around, it drops down into the tunnel here. I believe my idea was for a grotto through here. So I need to put a roof across all of this and maybe up to about here. And then this is where it comes out. Yeah, okay. That seems to be more along the lines of how my brain would work. So I need to basically push this out this way so we can get some decoration in there to make it look like an actual grotto. Yeah. And then it comes down and goes around and blah, 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 blah. The other thing I did was I found out that the shaped parts actually fill in this quite nicely. So I can fill this in with something that isn't just greenery. I'm still in two minds as to whether I want to make this a building out to about here, or maybe here actually. We'll move, yeah, actually maybe here, right? We'll turn this into a building out this way. We'll make it some kind of entertaining, themed, large building of some kind. Hi, Jack. You lurking there over on the YouTubes. So we can just move this queue line back this way. So we'll come out along there and then in here, and then we'll have the building come out to about this far, yes. And just encapsulate this whole section here. So it's under some kind of cover. That was that. I didn't do anything here. I need to fill in this little gap here. I also need to finish this platform. Maybe we could do that right quick. I mean, it just needs a cover, doesn't it? What else? We did the toilet section there. I'm playing around with ideas for this, but I'm not liking them. I was thinking of doing a bunyip attack. But I'm actually thinking about going back towards the whole Mad Max ride. Although now I've said that, the Mad Max ride is a lot more difficult to do because they don't have... what coasters are in the park? A couple. So this is the multi-dimensional coaster. This one has all kinds of different elements, the switch tracks, the drop tracks, and all that stuff. Does not invert, but will go very, very quickly. I don't know, maybe we're going to stick with the bunyip attack. Because it comes down into this building here, which I have themed somewhat for that particular case. You know, we come in here, it comes to a stop, we get this flash of the bunyip right here, and then it shoots you back out again. So there's that. I don't know. Because if I wanted to do a Mad Max style ride, I'd need access to vehicles, to cars, and things like that. And I don't have that. And I don't know a way of theming out this area that would remind you of that. An Arrow hypercoaster would look nice in the park. Probably would. Yeah, I don't know a way of theming this section here that would match the whole Mad Max theme, because it's very deserty. So the first one set out into not the desert, but in the what's it called? Broken Hill area. I believe in Queensland. I probably got that wrong. And then the second and third one, and the remake, are all set in more of a deserty kind of area. I could pull off a desert area, but it would just be kind of dull and flat, and you'd just be running around some track, staring at other bits of track and wondering when you're going to die. I don't know, maybe I'll press on with the bunyip idea. Or I could just Alright, and then we've got the... where is this? We've got the steel taipan, which is an overhead side-by-side. There we are. An inverted four-seater. This needs some more polish, I believe. I've got some safety fencing up now, so people can't leap down into this. I need to decorate this bit a bit, I believe. I was going to custom make some bridges across here, but honestly, I don't think it's really necessary, because these have the concrete supports there. I might put some concrete arching underneath just to shore it up a little bit. This is working quite nicely. I like the fact that it goes around the exit. It would have been nice if I'd have actually been thinking a bit better and had it go around the entrance, but could theme it similar to the back lot stunt coaster. I mean, it could, but that expansion pack doesn't exist in this yet. What else are we doing? So this is the tilt coaster. This is what I'm going to work on tonight. The pit was just way too deep for my liking. It really wasn't coming across as something reasonably feasible. I'm not going for realism in this park. That's we've got probably another year before you could do a decent realism park in Planet Coaster 2. But I wanted something that's reasonably, believable. So I need to delete all this and redo it. I think we're going to drop in and we're going to have some shenanigans down here, and then we'll do a speed return up the hill here and back into the station. So we'll move the exit station to here. That will close that up quite nicely and cut off all of this nonsense here where we're losing a lot of EFN. This is not as exciting as I had thought it was going to be. Well, prestige. So, I don't believe... Oh, because we don't have any scenery attached to the station. That's why. I need to do... Alright, we need to do a station. A proper station right here to attach the scenery to. Otherwise, that's going to be a problem. The same with this guy as well, I believe. We need to get stations on these too. Great. The Woody is going okay. What have we got? That's staff. Guest thoughts. Do we have any guest thoughts? Nothing. The queue time is 2 minutes. That's great. Scenery. Why do I have 0 scenery bonus? But excuse me? I don't know why. What? Why do I have 0 scenery bonus, man? It's flooded with fucking scenery. It's got scenery coming out of its balls. Does it not count trees as scenery, I wonder? But that's going okay. What have we got? We got an arrow looping coaster. And if the first coaster you build in your park is not an arrow looping, then what are you doing? Right? Really? Because they're cheap and they make money. Is this one actually making me any money? It is. Because it is old. How old is this? Oh my god. It is old. And it's got zero scenery bonus. Why? So really what I want to do with this is probably maintenance. There's the thing where you can have the guy come out and do it. That's the add-ons. Refurbish. Oh. Okay. Well, okay, it's just going to be older then. I guess, to be honest, what I could do is just delete it and then put it right back again. Does the wooden coaster have access to a vertical drop? One of them will do a near vertical drop. I don't remember which one. Chain lift. Yeah. Wooden. What have we got? 60, 25, 81, 85, 85, 81. Okay, so that's a lie. These two will do a vertical drop, but these are hybrid. They will do a vertical drop. I don't believe this one will. Yeah, the two hybrid ones will. The wood frame ones will not. Actually, that could be a lie too. This may... I think this is the one that'll do it. I'll do 81 degrees. That's it. Okay. So the hybrid one's the only ones that will do a vertical. But they'll also do everything else too. That's that guy there. And then of course, you know, you've got to have your see, this should be old as well. See, this scenery bonus is up. Why are the other ones not giving me a scenery bonus? Well, that's honk. This one is just a vertical drop coaster. It goes right through through the pathway there. It's actually, it took a while to do this one and to get it again. A good vertical drop coaster, right? As a vertical drop, and then after that, you need shenanigans to keep it exciting as it goes back to the station. So it can be quite tricky to make these and keep the excitement levels up, which again is a real pain in my sack. Okay. And then there's the water coaster here, which is not overly exciting. Does this one have any scenery bonus? No, it doesn't. So why? Why are half my rides not giving me a scenery bonus? That's interesting. And annoying all at the same time. No. Does this all give me a scenery bonus? Should do. I think I checked that, didn't I? No, it's not. Huh. I shall have to investigate that. Right. So, onwards and upwards. Yes, those hybrids will do loops just like the Son of the Beast used to. We won't go into that. I'm going to adjust this quite substantially. So we're going to go into edit. I want to bring this up to 9 meters. So we're not having a lift hill at the beginning. We're just going to go straight out the station and down into the loop, the drop roll that goes up to the tilt there. So how to accomplish this the easiest way? I believe actually the easiest way of doing it would be actually all of that needs to go anyway. take that back to about there, I think. And boop. Bye. We'll delete that. So that gives me, that should give me 9 meters, and we're going to do a little boost there, I think. It only goes up to 8 miles an hour, though. Which is stupid, because the station will actually eject it at about 20. So I could, actually... Oh, it's because I've still got that one. I could do that. There we go. And now we'll do the station. And I want a load only. There we go. There's a loading station for us. This is going to be a bit cheeky, I think, but it'll work. Okay, and then I need a lift hill. Why the lift hill? Ah, because we've got to get the empty cars back to the station somehow. Alright, that's not good enough. Okay, and then... Oh, wrong way. Of course it's the wrong one. Not quite there. We're going to bring that out just a bit. Just a wee bit. There we go, that'll do. Fantastic. And then place that there. And I'm going to do just a little bit of a drop into the station. And then the block track. Actually. Place that there. And then another block track. About there. Boop. All right. We'll now edit these. That's just maximum. Right, and then this. There we are, exit speed. We can crank that up to 22, which is a bit ridiculous, to be quite honest. I'm going to crank that up to 15. Since these are empty, we can just yank them in nice and quick. What are they coming off of the lift hill? 14. So let's match that. Like that, and then down here, give me, no, just give me the station. Just, thank you. Jesus. Exit speed, 20, entry speed, 14. Alright, that'll be cool. So it'll push them out and throw them up here into the station. Alright, I'm liking that, so I'm going to save this. I still have no idea how I'm going to theme this particular coaster. It'll be fun finding out. Okay. Edit. Edit. Thank you. Smooth the living hell out of this. Okay. Is that? That is. Okay, brilliant. Okay, lovely. That's the first part. Test, start, play. Right, so we should get thrown over this hill here. There we go. Beautiful. I like that. I don't like this. So, I'm going to Canada Wonderland in September to ride their new launch coaster. Oh, really? Nice, nice. I've seen some material about that. Okay, so edit the coaster. So this. Oh, fuck off. Edit the coaster. There we are. I'm going to delete that. That there, because this bend here is just a little bit too much, I think. Sure, I'm going to adjust it just a bit. There we go. That's probably a lot better. Okay. Do I really want that much? Where? Okay, and then we'll get rid of that piece there. And we'll join that onto there like that. Oh yeah, that's going to be quite nice, I think. Okay, and then we'll just... That's going to be better. Alright, and we're not going to have that nasty, sudden, like, you know, 45-degree angle there, which is going to cause all kinds of problems. Now, speaking of problems... Most of the rest of this track is a problem. Actually, is it though? Is it? Or is it? I think it is, to be honest. So... Oh, that actually hurt. But it's necessary. Seen in the news that Siren's Curse keeps breaking down. Bit of a bummer. Alright, let's do a nice loop here. What kind of loop do we want? So initially I had a non-inverting loop. I think I want an inverting loop here. That's a little on the small side, I think. That might cause some problems. That should be okay. That, oh, I don't know though. That is quite the... That's better. Alright, I think I'm happier with that. We'll take that back to there. Okay, let's... Well, I mean, we can afford to do a fairly big loop here. I just wish... I've mentioned this so many times in the forums and in various different places, and like so many people have thumbed up the suggestion, the idea, please can we have a live height readout at the top of elements when we're placing them so we can compare them to our highest point of our ride without having to put them down. Brent over. Alright, 22 meters. That should be perfectly fine. Alright, and then we'll come off there. Like that. And then we've got some rolls. I could do a banana roll. A cut back. A hammerhead. I mean, those are fun. That could be interesting. That's going to take a lot of momentum off the cars to do that. Do I want it that way or that way, though? Because I could send it back towards the loop. It's a very cunning plan. It's actually not that cunning. That's even worse. Nope, that's gonna murder people. That's dreadful. Alright, what about that? That could be interesting. What about the other way? That's just gonna kill people. Actually, that's too tall anyway, isn't it? Oh, but that looks nice. The only issue I have with that is there are no track supports. I'd have to put my own in, I think. Which could be a problem. Because I'm not good at that. Okay, let's continue this just a touch like that. Then we'll go back to those ideas. Do have an incline diagonal there. Alright, hang on. Let's take that back and we'll try that. Not there. There, maybe? Yeah, it's a little close still. Ooh, actually. Can we get away with a 0G, I wonder? Probably is going to put me right into that wall if I do that. I need to come out and immediately cut round. I guess we could get away with that, actually. I don't think that that's going to work because it's not. Okay. Oops. Ah, man. Okay. All right. Well. Let's do the hammerhead turn that way. And then we'll go straight into our... No. Fuck. There we go. I don't know if that's going to be actually 0G, though. figure it out, right? Okay. And then bring that back a little bit like that. And now we need... not that. Nope. That could be interesting, actually. Just a little tunnel through there. And around. I don't think that's going to be small enough, though. And then a camelback. Maybe? Alright, we're gonna have to, because we're gonna be losing a lot of momentum at this point, so we do need to make sure we have enough momentum to get back to the station there. Sure. That's a little harsh, isn't it? Let's take that back there. There we go. Like that. Alright, that brings it down to ground level. I think I want to give it a little flip off there. There we go. Oh, I should aim through here, shouldn't I? Oh, hell yeah. Okay, I think that's probably about it. Okay. Bring that down to there. Yeah. Okay, I can go underneath it. If I widen this up just a touch, I should. Oh no! There we go. That's what I want to do. It's going to be pretty close, I think, but we'll see. Alright, now let's see if we can get away with this. We'll pull it out a little bit. That's going to have to be longer, isn't it? That's what she said. Wait, nope, I got a button for that. Wait, where'd it go? There it is.
That's what she said.
There we go. Ah. I don't believe we're going to have enough momentum to pull this off, but I think I might actually also done that the wrong way around, haven't I? Here I am. Oh. And the reason I changed my mind on that is because I kind of want this to head back towards the station. Which means I need a curve about here. There's no way I'm going to have enough momentum to get back to the station. Ah, fuck me. Okay. Not a chance in hell. We'll give it a go though. Ow, fuck. Alright, let's, we don't want to do testing. What I need actually is... Nope. Nope. That. Nope. That. Yes. Okay, ride friction's already down. Any load. Minimum wait time. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so... Let's edit the coaster, select the part, don't really care because we're testing. Hang on a minute. This actually has a boost launch, doesn't it? What's that? Okay. Can I set the boost on it? Boost launch. Apparently not. What? No, whatever. Okay. So let's go into testing. Start with this. And press play. So this is going to be a colossal failure, I think. Because I don't believe it's going to make it back here. Okay. Fingers crossed. So we're starting at 30 meters. So we're well above the station. We might actually get away with it. There was an interesting video of Siren's Curse. It broke down, as it does, with the car stuck on the tilt platform. And they couldn't back it down for some reason. So they had the staff go up there. And there's a video of it. There's a lovely staff member who walks up to the very edge of the platform and looks over, and he's wearing no safety gear whatsoever. Well, splice my sausages. That went way better than I was expecting. Deceleration rate. We are going to decelerate this here. Please. Release speed. Doesn't matter. And we're going to do the same there. Okay. That will unload them. That throws them around the corner there. Okay, cool beans. We'll hit done. And we are going to adjust this to 90 because I think that was just a wee bit too much. Actually, let's take this up to 100 where it's supposed to be, and we'll do another test. So we go down our initial drop. And there's a little roll up back onto the hill. A little bunny hill. Onto there. I'm trying to watch what the car is doing and watch my EFNs as well. Try to play some more BZ's enemies. It would be nice if my guests were less grubby. But, you know, what can you do? Oh, lovely cup of tea. Right. That's a bit better. Round the hammerhead. That's not quite as exciting. That is. It generates a lot of fear through there. Oh, that's exciting, isn't it? Okay. We are carrying a lot of momentum through here, so I could potentially get away with adding something else in here. Maybe another loop. And then into this. Ooh, that could be interesting. Go up here and then down into the loop. And then up into our final return. Yeah, that's a fantastic idea. Alright, edit the coaster. All of this from here to there. And there. Alright, and boink. Oh, that's gone. Thank you very much. Edit mode. That's a roll, you idiot. There you go. A nice vertical loop. Do I want left or right? I think I want right because I want it to come... No. I want left. Because as it comes out, I want it to send it through the middle of there. Okay, alright. Cool. I think it's going to have to be pretty big. Because we are carrying a lot of momentum through here. Down there. And then, oh fuck, which way is it? It's the opposite way that I was thinking. So it's that way, right? Yeah. I believe it's that way. Probably not great, is it? So what I'm doing is just pushing the train slightly opposite of the direction that it is wanting to go. Is that right? Yep, that's right. Okay. some trim brakes. Okay, maybe some friction brakes then. Um, 20 miles an hour? That should be standard track, thank you very much. I think this could stand to be just slightly bigger. Okay, and then come on, select the select this thing here. Thank you. Okay, there we go. Okay. Stop and start. Play. The timing is going to be interesting here on the second. Nice little pop of excitement on this corner after this hill here. I could bring this down just a touch to add just a little bit more airtime there. We'll see. Okay. We could call this the Pit Viper, actually, but I don't know if there's such a thing in Australia. Which is, you know, we're kind of... It's not necessarily an Australian themed park, but we're trying to hint at that idea. Okay, so this is all the new section through here. There you go. That's less terrifying. Okay. I'm fine with that. I mean, I'm good with that. That's not. It's not. That's yeah. That's fine. Awesome sauce. All right. Cool. Let's get the exit. Oh yeah, all that stuff. So we'll place an entrance. Oh, this is the bit that really annoys me. Is I've got to do two entrances, one for the people and one for the staff. So we'll do that there. Place the staff gate. It's going to go there. Always goes there. Place the exit. Right there. Alright, cool. Right, well, we got that done. As, I don't want to use the word promised. Oh, after all that time. Getting this sorted out. Oh my god. Hang on. It's going to be quicker if I just do that. Boom. Bye-bye. Right. We need to do the exit. I have no idea how I'm going to theme this coaster, to be quite honest. So we'll aim it at the path over there. Okay, so there's our exit. Okay, cool beans, cool beans. You can tell I'm not looking forward to this next bit. This is going to be the bit that drives me absolutely mental. Okay, so the queue path. Thinking about how I'm going to decorate this. I know, thinking. It's a thing. I do that every now and again. It looks like our people in Twitchland are actually on some kind of a ad break. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Let's go into here. And I want to maintenance, add-ons, customize. No, I don't want to attach scenery to that. Maintenance? No. Operations? No. Wow, where the bloody hell is it? Align, there we are. Align scenery with load station. That's what I need. Just anything. It doesn't matter. I just need something there. And then done. Right. And, oh, for fuck's sake. Why? Why would you do that? Alright, so that's going to be how we start the load station, I believe. No, it's not actually. We are going to move that just a wee bit more. Ah! Just a wee bit more. Like that. There we are. I'll do. Okay, now, pathing. What the f... Oh. That's the wrong one. Queue path. Okay. I do want to do a straight, but I want it... And then the length snap is just so short, I believe. Because that puts me right on the edge. Oh, actually, that's not terrible, is it? That would work. For I can do this. Come on. There we are. That's great. I think I should be able to grab all of that, and I might be able to just push them back a little bit like that. Now I have enough space to do the walls on there. Fantastic. And then essentially I'm going to do the same thing here and move this up to the edge. No, not with that. No. Thank you. How many paths cannot cross? They're not crossing, are they? I'm moving them. Oh, well, eat a dick. Alright, there we are. Oh, it's, no. Ah! Right, we'll just leave it like that. If I continue to screw around, it's going to break, and then I'll start crying. Okay. And then finally, we just need the staff path. And I hate the staff paths because you can't get them small enough. And yes, I'm sorry, this is not going to be an accessibility path. I might do it to there, actually, and then just come around. There we are. Now down. Hmm. Oh yeah, no, there it is. There's the ad break for the poor Twitch folks. Okay, all right. So that's going to be the staff path. So that's fine. I'm okay with that. And there's the exit. Here's the entrance. So we got that done actually, which isn't bad. I have no clue how we are going to theme this though. How am I going to theme this bad boy? Tell you what, let's fire this up. No, no, I don't want, no. Not interested. I already have it installed, as a matter of fact, you're just not paying attention. Alright, kind of Asia and the Americans. But of course the word pit actually refers to a piece of their anatomy. Not necessarily the fact that they like to live in pits, which is interesting. Yeah, I'll have to figure out how I'm going to theme this after the stream. Let's look at doing Q now. Okay, actually, let's duplicate that. Are you kidding me? Edit the building. That's better. Yep. Sometimes I do wonder about your sanity. You do? Yes. And then I remember that you're completely nuts and I stop worrying about it. Okay, how far down do I want to go? There, maybe? Paths cannot cross. Well, they're not crossing. They're... You know what you've just done, right? You've just done the inverse of what you wanted to do back there. Yeah, I just realized that after the fact. What the fuck? Hang on. There we go. That's better. Right there, I think. Brilliant. And then we'll go out to about here. Don't really want to get too much closer to there. We do want to leave space for walls. Oops. Guess that's fine, actually. Alright, let's smooth this out a little bit. Nope, not that. That, there. That's the one right there. That's what we want. There we go. That'll do. Cool. Alright. Cues. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. I don't know how much I love it, but I currently love it. Alright. We still have no idea how I'm going to theme any of this. But that's fine. So this can all get encapsulated in its own building. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that. Now I'm looking at it, because this one I've done sideways. This one I've done straight out. Ball sack. We'll figure it out, though. We need to look at the timing. We've got one up there. We're not going to worry about the timing right now. We'll do that at a later date. I'll probably actually tweak the timing off stream. Okay. I hate using the auto tunnel, by the way. It's absolutely dreadful. Actually, it might be easier if I just come down from the top. You know what? There's that. I could have used that button there, but I decided not to because I'm a good boy. All right, let's turn the flashlight on. 2 might be a bit much, I think. Ah, you know what? Let's change the camera too, because that would probably help. You know. Alright, that's pretty cool, I think. We'll go with that. Normal. Okay. Okay, yep, that's fine. How am I going to theme that? Flip. I mean, I'm liking the way it's turning out now. I just don't know how I'm going to theme it in the line of potentially Australian stuff. Okay, what's next? Really, I want to work on the theming for this. And I think we're going to stray from the Australian theme here. I'm going to put down... just go actually something interesting. Let's take a quick look here. Let's see, theme, what have we got? Mythology. We might go with the mythology here. Actually, mythology and Viking. I know, I know, but, bear with me here for a moment, and my insanity will be revealed in all of its, I don't even say glory, in all of its disturbing reality. Oh God. What we need is an entrance. Yeah, we need some kind of an entrance. This is not going to cut it. So let's call this, right, the side of the building. Actually, tell you what, I have a better idea. Let's align with the unload station. And the reason I say that because it's going to be if I do that, you know what, actually undo that, edit the building, we'll figure it out. All right, it'll be great. I promise. Okay, into the building. Are you kidding me? Actually, the whole thing is supposed to encapsulate all of this, isn't it? Is it? Is it though? Is it? Do I really want it to do that? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Because this bit doesn't get seen anyway. Dodgy. But we do have the pieces to deal with that, so it's not such a big deal. There. This is the load station, so that's fine. Yeah, we're going to have this bit just coming out the back side here. And we'll trim it up and make it look pretty. And then aha, so that is going to work there. Kind of, sort of. That may... Ooh. Yeah, okay, I'm down with that. Okay, so scenery, I need these ones. Uh-oh, what? Align to surface. That's what I need. Okay. This is the one part about Planet Coaster 2 I absolutely love, is some of these freeform blocks that they've introduced. Okay, you are just not going to cut it. And the fact that you can just snap distance like that. That's just fantastic. I love it. Right? Oh, so what snap distance on? Okay, cool, cool. All right, and then do that. Nope, let's take this one. Try that again. Take this one. This is the best piece of music in the entire game right here, just so you know. Planet Coaster 2 forums on Frontier's website will be locked in archive for a couple of days. Are you sure you're not referring to Planet Coaster 1? Because Planet Coaster 2 is still highly active. Unless you're cancelling the project and they haven't told anyone. There we go. Okay. Not bad. That's a pain in the dick, huh? Yeah, but that's not a problem because you can just boost the camp with that guy. Look at that. Lovely. Excellent. Okay, this scenery is going to take a while. Especially if I have to custom build the walls the entire way over. Okay. Ooh. That's not bad, actually. That's pretty good. All right, we'll take this one. Cut that off. There we go. Nice. And then I guess. Hello. Thank you. Oh. That doesn't happen often, does it? There. So that's our end of the ride, beginning of the ride. Nice. Now poo. Okay, cool. And we'll do the same on this side here. We'll bring this one over and just touch it up against there. This entire thing is probably going to end up being made of these little blocks. Oh man, that's fine. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll take it back just a touch. Oh, of course. That is brilliant. That is so close. I'll take it. And then the same on this side, I guess. I was actually planning on doing it on this side, but it'll save me a little bit of a headache, I think. I'll just go ahead and do it. And then I can fill this gap in here as well. This side I don't need to, I can just put that straight out there, can't I? Oh, yeah, you can actually. Oh, well spotted. Yeah, okay. Alright, how's that happen? Oh, I know. It's because this is overlapping there. There we go. Beautiful. Excellent. And then I could potentially do a wall all the way down this side. because this side of the platform is not used. So actually, let me take a quick look at that. Click this down to 2. That puts me there. I could get away with that. I think. At least, but sometimes do. Oh, yes, I can get away with it. No, that's floating. That's over the water. Meow. Poo. Alright, let's try that again. And we'll just take the grid size down to 1, I guess. That'll work. Okay. And then we can just do some little archways here. And here. What? Yeah. That's like, wait a minute. Some archways on these sides. Fill this bit out here. Oh, this whole thing needs to be poo. That's right. I meant to move the entire building to the right. Just a touch. That's fine. I can just drag and drop those. Okay, there we go. Actually, do I even need to? They're still pretty lined up. Yeah, I do. Oh, you son of a bitch. I knew it wasn't good at you. Okay, what we'll do, we're going to be sneaky. We'll put some pillars on those corners. And then these I can just move in a bit like that. And just do the same here. Excuse me. There we go. Okay. Oh wait. There we go. Alright. So that works quite well. I'm going to need to straighten these up, aren't I? So I can have a nice straight wall along there. Ugh. Can I be asked to do that? Don't know. I do not know. What I do know right now is I do want to get some pillarage doing. Put squares, and I got these guys here. We don't want a line. I think he wants. Whoa! Hello. That's a substantial column, isn't it? Is there a square column? It's a Viking stone column. That's the top of the round ones. Well. Okay. I mean, essentially, I'm just going to use these like this. And now I should be able to turn on position snap. Fuck yeah. These are smaller. And these are Wait, what? Ah! We want those ones. These ones, these are tapered. There we are. Brilliant. Nice. Tapered columns there. Very good, very good. We've got column lintel. Let's turn that off. Now we're going to need to turn that on. And, oh shit. Nope. Okay. That's quite big. That's what she said. Wait, hang on. I got a button for that.
That's what she said.
There we go. I keep forgetting that I have a button for that. Alright, so this is going to enter into that thing that I've said many, many times before. You're building something and it looks like crap. Keep going. Keep building. Do your basics, right? Don't put the roof on. You keep the roof separate. On buildings like this, when you're going to need to be able to get onto the inside, when you come to do the roof as a separate building. So you can move it independently of the rest of the building. So you can literally just take the roof off, go in, do what you need to, put the roof back on. Keep building. Keep constructing. And it may end up looking like shite. There's a possibility that it started to look like shite, and then when you got finished, it still looked like shite, and you just wasted your time. But if you keep going, 9 times out of 10, you'll find that once you start adding in details, it will look considerably less shite. And you'll be like, hey, I like that now. Alright, there's no, I've got to square these off. So, I'm shit at doing that. Pathing, edit. I can't remember which one it is. There we go. That's the one. Ooh. There we go. Shit. I think it's that one. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, and then pull it back this way. Brilliant. So, what's happening here is, when you've got square ones, right, you've just got your points on each end. If you have a curved, I don't know if you've ever done any work in Photoshop with bezier curves or anything like that. That's technically what you're working with here. So in the center, if you have a curve, right, around there, you can look at the 2 endpoints. Those are your endpoints, and then in the middle somewhere, you'll have another node, and that's going to be the curve controlling node. And if you can find that and get rid of it, you get rid of that curve, and you just have the 2 points. It's essentially what I was just doing there. But sometimes that curve controller is a little more difficult to find. So if I go into this side, I should find the same thing over here. So There's that one. So if I take that and drop that in there, that gets through to that curve. I can pull that out like that. And then move that back over there. And that gives me that. And then I've got to do the same thing here. Ooh, no. So join that to there. And then pull it back out. There we go. And where is it? That's the one controlling, because it's between this point and this point. Right? So that's the one controlling this corner. So if I just attach it there, you see how it's snapping? I can bring it out and change the corner. But as soon as I get close to another node, it will try and snap to it. So I'm snapping to the next node in the sequence, which is that one, and then I can bring it back out. And we have a relatively straight path, like that. Nifty, huh? And then we can do the same up here as well, actually. Take this one. We'll attach that there, and then we'll just bring that to there. Like that. Not quite straight, is it? But the good thing is you can tweak it just a touch. Yep, brilliant. And then the same over here. We'll take this one and we will join this one to that one there. Bonk. Bring that over into this corner like that. There. Fantastic. So now we've got some nice straight edges on the inside of this. We can work with it. And then the other thing you can do is I do have this edge here. I could just fatten up this piece of path up against this wall and it will save me some trouble. And I do believe that that is what I'm going to do. There. Could do with just a little bit more, I think. Oops. So we'll grab the bracket, select the entire line. There we go. And that brings us nicely up to this edge here, so we don't have to play around with that. That one's already aligned to that edge, so we don't need to putz around with that either. All I need to do is fill in this gap here somehow. And if you want to make your park a little more efficient, what you can do is, I can see how this is broken, all these nodes along here. I could just join them together. If we take the delete, actually not that one, that's a better one. This shows you where all the squares are at. The more squares you have, the more vertices you have, the more processor power it takes for the game to run So there you go. Okay. What were we doing? Ah, that's right. We were going to put a column there. So let's go to edit the building and we'll take those two. I'm going to copy them. We'll do the same thing. We'll just move this over here. That's definitely interesting. If I do that, I've got to do that, which leaves this exposed still. I do like the idea of them being there like that. over the gate. And which means that this. Oh, I'm just going to duplicate it. Alright, I'll do. Whatever. Now that's me heavily in thought again. Okay, so go back to the scenery and walls because what I've done. Bring that over to here. Okay, that fills that in nicely. That's irritating. There's nothing under there. I'd have to go down to 1 meter, I think, to catch that. Yeah. We might be able to get away with this, actually. No. No. That, ooh, that's pretty freaking close. Wait. Oh wow, look at that. Fantastic. Alright, not bad at all. And then we'll just bring this guy in here. That was the wrong button. You even knew that before you clicked on it. Brilliant. Boop. Absolutely fantastic. And it looks like I've got that wall lined up there. And I could potentially go all the way across there, because this whole section is not used. Ever. Like, this is all filled in usually. Could run this all the way down. Yeah, you know what? Okay. Okay. See? It does start to come together if you just keep working at it, keep nibbling away. Ignore that little voice in your head that says this is crap. Just delete it and go to bed. And after a while, you'll start getting stuff that's making sense. Sort of. See, this doesn't even matter because you can't even see it from inside. I can, I don't even need that. Let's take that out. Now there. Right. Nope. There. Okay, and let's take a look at arches, right? Do we have any shallow arches? We don't. We just have these. Which are fine. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing over here. I'm not sure where the exit is on this side, actually. Hey now, why did you not put that down? The only thing about these walls that annoys me these days is the 45-degree auto cut that it does. So right there, it's not near the edge of the block. If I move this down to here, there we go. Well, now we have that that 45-degree break in the block above it. And the only way to cover that is just to lift this all the way up. Now I understand why they've done that. It cuts down on the number of vertices the game is using to generate certain pieces of scenery, but yeah, it does cause problems. And of course, after saying all that, I didn't move it, did I? Because I'm an idiot. Okay. Well, I'll take that out there. I'm going to take one of these. Just move it down here like this. Oop. And then I believe that is a 1 meter, isn't it? Close enough. Can I be bothered? Quite wide enough, is it? Never is, my friend. Never is. Alright, well, your options are simply just to stack them on top of each other like that. How's that look on the inside? A wee bit shitty, doesn't it? We'll consider that later. Tough one, that one. We can fill it. Not a big deal. Okay, do the same on this side here. Okay, cool beans. Wait, why did you go clip? There we are. Beautiful. And then we'll just take this guy here. The light in, I guess. Do we want to do that? Because we've got this guy here. So we could fill it in, but it would be decorative. Which I kind of like the idea of. I would need to do that. It sticks through too far. What a bastard. Alright, what else we got? Oh, these are good lock pieces. Man. Yeah, jumping Jiminy Christmas, those are big. So that could work, actually. Like that. Okay, I would need to duplicate that down. Okay, brilliant. Right, I'm going to continue working on this station off stream. There's a lot that needs. What the fuck is this? Where? Oh, you messy bastards. Why is there so much litter in the entrance? And here. Fuck me. Oh, Lord. That's a problem. Right, well, that's something that we will investigate on the next stream, I believe. thinking that there's no dude that goes through there. But there's no, oh shit! On ice shingle. Look at that. Look. Oh wait, no, those are flagstones. I thought that was trash all over them. Oops. Okay. Oh, we never did finish this, did we? I was working on the coffee and the what it was then? Soda, the coffee and the soda shop. Yeah. Oops. Oh well. Another time, I guess. All right. So I got to solidify theming for this guy, and I got to figure out theming for this guy. Bloody hell! I got a lot to think about. All right. Anyway, so let me zoom in on this, and I'm going to save this. So this is my thumbprint rather than that weird nonsense there. I already saved this twice because there was an incident when I first started streaming this when a park got overwritten by accident. So these days I now have 2 saves per active park, just so I have one that I can fall back on should there be any unforeseen stupidity on my part. I think stupidity should always be unforeseen, shouldn't it? I mean, if you see stupidity happening, generally you do something about it before it happens. Anyway, alright, I'm actually remembered to push jolly good that button, because that is the end of the stream. Absolutely, I know. Thanks for joining me. It's much appreciated. Let's take a look and see what's happening. Anything interesting happening? Jack Green, yeah, thanks for hanging out. I hope you enjoy your visit to Canada's Wonderland. And everyone else out there who's been lurking and doing their thing, much appreciated. Much love to all of you lurkers as well. Like I said, no one should ever feel pressured to be in the chat and say anything. Just sit there and listen to me talk complete shash for 2 hours. I'm fine with that. Anyway, I'll be back on Thursday, 7:30 Eastern, as usual, with more of this nonsense. There's a possibility of a bonus stream on Friday night, but I can't make any guarantees. I might end up watching movies with my little girl on that night. You never know. Anyway, thanks for joining me. It's much appreciated. Tomorrow is Wednesday, so I hope you'll have a wonderful Wednesday, and I'll hopefully catch some of you guys on Thursday. Good night!